Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon. So Aaron Rodgers wants to come to the Broncos? Perna? Oh, it's NFL Draft Day. And I thought, we'll be talking about who the Broncos draft tonight during the live stream. Yes, live streaming here on That's Good Sports tonight. But then, Aaron Rodgers, it's reported by Adam Schefter that he's unhappy in Green Bay and that he does not want to return to the Packers. Not that he's just unhappy, but he's like, no fucking chance, I'm going back to play with the Packers. Then some conflicting reports come out, a little back and forth. Maybe this is just a ploy to get a contract extension done, not a reworked contract, an extension. And then each tweet coming out from guys like Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, Trey Wingo. The picture is clear. Rodgers, very unhappy. Actually, literally wants out of Green Bay. Not just, Russell Wilson trying to get some offensive linemen drafted for him. Different than the Deshaun Watson situation for obvious reasons. Stafford leaves, Goff switches teams, quarterbacks are moving, and they don't even care anymore. And then Aaron Rodgers reveals, at some point, that the three teams he would like to play for, San Francisco 49ers, Las Vegas Raiders, Denver Broncos, and not necessarily in that order. So today, before the draft, in an extra video, I'm going to convince Aaron Rodgers to come to Denver. And when he does, you come back here and you fucking thank me. You thank me, the saint of Broncos country. Okay, Aaron, so you're thinking about three teams. And if the Packers agree to trade you, which they'll have to if you force them, you get to choose where you go. San Francisco makes a lot of sense. Not going to argue that. I think that's probably the best place to go, and they have the third overall pick, so they can offer the most to get you right away. But that's an NFC team. And I think what we learned from Tom Brady this last season is switching divisions, or conferences, switching conferences is the way to go. Come over to the AFC, and you clearly want to come to the AFC West so everybody stops talking about how good Patrick Mahomes is. Because if there's one quarterback in the league who is more impressive than Mahomes on a regular basis, physically, mentally, handsome-wise, it is you, Aaron. It is you. And if you come to the AFC, you can prove again why you are the original only Mahomes. Now, you've whittled it down to the Raiders and the Broncos. Raiders already have a pretty good quarterback in Derek Carr. What has happened to Derek Carr with the Raiders? Nothing. Because the Raiders do not draft well, and they do not do free agency well. They are far worse at those two things than the Packers. If you thought you were frustrated in Green Bay with personnel decisions, go to the Raiders. Team up with Mike Mayock and John Gruden. See how that goes. Those guys will drive you batshit crazy. Guarantee it. Raiders, offensive line. Where'd it go? It pieced out through free agency. They lost key pieces there. Their defense gave up the third most points last season. The third most points last season. You'd be playing on one of the top three worst defenses in the league, and they are not going to fix that again. The Broncos had one of the top-rated left tackles in the league last year in Garrett Bowles. Very solid offensive line. Probably the best receiving weapons you will have ever played with in your life. Courtland Sutton coming back stronger than ever. I have personally tested his knee, and it is strong. Jerry Jeudy, ready to have a breakout season. He runs routes as crisply as Devontae Adams. KJ Hamler, your speed demon. Noah Fant, an elite tight end. Then you've got Albert O, a tight end who will be back mid-season, another real threat. Great running back in Melvin Gordon. What else could you ask for? Oh, an offensive coordinator who's going to let you rip it and grip it in Pat Shurmur. All he wants to do is throw it deep. And I know you like to throw it deep too. Defense, you've got a defensive-minded head coach, Vic Fangio, who gets the best out of his defense. Broncos defense last year, riddled by injuries, but they are shoring that up. They stacked the cornerback room. They're going to have a good secondary. You've got one of the best safeties in the league in Justin Simmons. Kareem Jackson's coming back. Revamped corner room, like I said. Defensive front, edge rusher Von Miller will be back. Bradley Chubb will be back. Pressure will be coming on opposing quarterbacks. Turnovers are going to follow. You're going to get more chances with the Broncos. Now, those are the football reasons, right? Those are the football reasons. Mile High Stadium. They'll call it some other bullshit, but it's Mile High Stadium because it's at 5,280 feet. It is one of the best home field advantages in all of the NFL. Another advantage for you, Rodgers. Where do legendary quarterbacks come to finish their career and get one more Super Bowl? The Denver Broncos. Peyton Manning did it. He won his Super Bowl when his arm didn't even work. Your arm still works pretty good. One of the best fan bases in the league. Very supportive. The Raiders. Hard to say if they're going to have an actual home field advantage in Las Vegas. Seems like that's going to be a stadium where a lot of opposing fans show up because Vegas is a destination city. Finally, you go on the Pat McAfee show every Tuesday during the football season. Guess who has a show that's comparable to Pat McAfee? Me, Brandon fucking Perna. And you better remember my name.
All right, Brandon, our champion, is ahead.
Because I will welcome you onto this show every single week. If you want to come on Tuesday, fine. Wednesday, great. Thursday, whatever works for you, Aaron. And maybe I don't have the size of the audience that Pat McAfee does, but I've got heart. I've got a lot of heart. I think you would appreciate that.
All right, Brandon, our champion, is ahead.
And also, I support you being a Jeopardy host. You could host Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy for all I care. You will have our support here. So, the ball is in your court, Aaron. And just tell the front office, Denver is your preferred destination. And Broncos fans, if we don't get Aaron Rodgers, I guess we'll just settle for Justin Fields or Trey Lance in the draft. Thanks for watching That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube. This Aaron Rodgers stuff is crazy. So I just wanted to talk about it real quick before we go live on the draft. We'll be live on the draft here. That's Good Sports.